All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Please invite your friends, and let us share together this topic today, which is I find very important. Uh, because always we get wrong information about Islam. About not getting notification, this is something have to do with YouTube. What we can do, the only way is just subscribe to Patreon, Facebook, mind.com. And always on Instagram. I always post there before I go live, and you will be notified. Islam. How many times we heard, even in Christian churches, Christians saying, Christian priests or ministers, doesn't matter what the church you go to, that your priest or minister is saying to you that Islam is Abrahamic religion. We heard it many times, right? How many we heard saying to us that we as a Christian and Islam, we worship the same God of Abraham? We heard that all the time. Even those who oppose Islam, they say the same thing because of their ignorance. You see, if you know the Bible very well, you know that this cannot be true. If you know the Bible very well, you shall know that this is absolutely false. Actually, Jesus, he spoke to the Jews who they are descendant from Abraham for real, not like Muhammad. The Muslim, they claim that he's from Ishmael, which is false. And they worship the God of Abraham, those Jews. Yet Jesus says to them, well, if you are the children of your father Abraham, you do the work of your father Abraham. You are not. So what Jesus said to us clearly, that even if you are a Jew, even if you are descendant from Abraham, even if you are his son Isaac, that will not make you the son of your father unless you do the work of your father. And that is very important for us. There is many cults, they come and they use names and they use words which is used by us. As an example, Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses, not only they use words we use, they have most of the Bible we have with this change of a few words here and there in translation, so they can play with the meaning. When the Jews, they say to Jesus, and they are so proud, Abraham is our father. They are proud about Abraham. They are proud about to be descendant from Abraham. Today the Muslims, they keep saying Muhammad is from Abraham, Muhammad from Abraham. There is no single proof of such a thing. And actually, even in their books, if you have my book, The Deception of Allah, you will see that according to Muslims, that Ishmael himself, he learned Arabic in the age of 11. So how he can be the father of the Arab? And if Muhammad is from the children of Abraham, or through Ishmael, then Muhammad shall not be an Arab. There's a video made by a guy, his name Nu'man Khan. And he's speaking about linguistic miracle in the Quran. He said, why Jesus in the Quran did not speak like Moses? As an example, Moses said, "Oh my people." Jesus did not say, "Oh my people." And he said, and you can watch the video, you can search it, that because Moses, his father is from Israel, he is from Israel, for the child belonged to his father. But for Jesus, he have no father from Israel. He did not call them O my people. And here the Muslim, he exposed Islam again, because you belong to the people if you have a father from the people. So who is the father of Jesus? God. So the son, and I made a video about it, by the way, you can search it. The son always belonged to the father. So if Muhammad is a person belonged to Ishmael, so he should not be an Arab. For Ishmael himself is not an Arab, and he is not the first Arab. Like we can say, okay, maybe Ishmael was not an Arab, but then his children became Arab. No, the Arab exist before Ishmael, according to Muslims themselves. And according to Muslims themselves, Ishmael, he married from the tribe of Jurham, and he was 11 years old when he married. And he learned Arabic after that. So how he can be? Imagine I go to China and I marry a Chinese woman, and that will make me the father of the Chinese. And then anyone come from China, he is my son. That is the most silly, stupid argument. So, because they are desperately trying to link Muhammad to Abraham, so they come with this story that Muhammad is from Abraham. Otherwise, we never heard, we never saw anyone can claim that he is from Abraham, yet he is an Arab. But you go to the church, they say to you, he is, they call them, some they call them the Ishmaelites, because which means they are coming from Ishmael, which is absolutely false. Go read the Bible, my friend, and you will see this is absolutely false. So number one lie they say to us, and I say it's a lie. Even the one who say it, maybe he's just saying as an ignorant, which means he is not knowing it's a lie, but it's a lie at the end of the day. You tell it because of your ignorance, you tell it because of your lack of education. It doesn't matter. It's a lie. What you are telling me, it's a lie. But maybe you are not, your purpose is not to lie to me. You are just a naive person trying to claim to be that you are a teacher. So the first thing the Muhammadan they did, they tried to link their prophet, their false prophet, into Abraham. And the purpose of that, because Muhammad is coming from a very ugly, bad family. Nothing good about them. If you have my book, Sex and Allah, you will see what kind of sexual life this family have. You will not believe it. All with the reference from Islamic books. All of it. Not one, not two, not three. All the reference coming from Islamic books. So this Abraham, which they are trying to make themselves link to him, anyone can say, I am from the children of Abraham. What that will do exactly? I mean, what's the point of this? They are trying to say to us, like, okay, because he is from Abraham, that make him possible to be a prophet, because he is from the children of Abraham. I mean, isn't it stupid to say, I mean, such a thing? Because let us say between me and Abraham, 1,000,000 generation. How that make me link to him anyway? Otherwise, I'm linked to Adam too anyway. Why the Muslim, they don't say, okay, Muhammad, because Muslim, they believe that Adam is a prophet too. Okay, wait, so Adam is a prophet. That means all of us who are children of Adam, we are prophets too. It's look like to be a prophet is a job you inherited as a business. Like your father is a barber, so you are going to open a barber shop too. And here we see the lack of intellect and intelligence in the founder of Islam. Same time, if we go in the Quran, the yellow pages of Muhammad, we will find clear evidence that Muhammad is not only a liar, he is a fool. Later we will open Skype for any Muslim to call us. This website is not working now. Finally. So if you go in the Quran, you will see the Quran is saying things which is really very confusing about the one they call him Abraham. Abraham, he have sons. And the Quran mention that Allah, he made in the children of Abraham the prophethood. Read carefully. And bestowed on him. By the way, the Quran, Muhammad do not even know how to say the name of Abraham correctly. So once he say Ibrahim, and once he say Abraham. And in the printed Quran today, they have it. They change it and they make it all Ibrahim. But the fact, some verses come as Abraham, some verses come as Ibrahim, which sound fishy. Maybe Muhammad in the beginning he did not know how to pronounce the name, so he starts saying Ibrahim. So, and bestowed on him Isaac and Jacob. Okay, what is Ishmael? Ishmael will appear later, but look what it says in this verse. We bestowed on him Ibrahim, talking about Ibrahim, 2 sons, Isaac and Jacob, and ordained among his offspring the prophethood. And look, the Muslim, they start counting names for us in the translation, they are not even mentioned. And look what they put. To Muhammad SAW. So suddenly Muhammad is included. But the Quran mentioned only 2 names, Isaac and Jacob. Why you are adding those names? It is just to introduce for you an idea that Muhammad belonged to this amazing family. And here you see the stupidity of this Quran. Because as long Allah, he made the prophethood from his children, that means there's no prophethood except from the children of Abraham. But look what the Quran says in different verse. You know, stupidity is a guidance for some. I don't know what's wrong with this website today. Usually it works fine. Let us try again. It's not functioning. Oh boy, okay. Come on. I thought only at Tafsir's website is take forever. I know what. Oh boy. Okay, let us close the browser and I will open it again, see if that will work. Give me a second. Maybe my internet is down. No. No. Am I heard, guys? Is my voice coming? Because for some reason my internet giving me error. Am I heard? All right, let me change this website. Maybe then, maybe this website is not working. Okay, the other website is working. So yeah, look like this website is and the other website is not functioning. Right. Let's try a different website. I mean, what we would do? Something fishy. Try now. You fight the devil will fight you. I know something not right. The 3 website, when I click at search, the search doesn't function and keep giving me like the sign like bing, 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 you know, like the thing moving. And I cannot restart my computer now. Interesting. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, for sure there's something wrong with see, it says even the website cannot be reached, which is very strange. See, there's no connection. Even I click at Amazon, did not work. Even Amazon. Okay. There we go. Finally, it's working. Okay. Let us see if now it's working, or maybe this is cookies from the original. Let us see. Come on. Like, hello. I did not say inshallah, no. And I will not say inshallah. Okay, let me close the Firefox browser and reopen it again. Oh, here we go. Okay, finally. Okay. All right. In chapter 34, look at the false prophet, how he can provide us with amazing information to get him busted. Did Abraham receive a book? People, did Abraham receive a book? According to Muslims, yes. According to Muslims, yes, Abraham, he received books. Chapter 87, verse number 19. Chapter 87, verse number 19. Allah, he sent his messengers with books, and this is, you can find, go back to the scriptures of Ibrahim and Moses. That's wonderful. So we confirm from the Quran that Abraham and Moses, they received books. There's no question about that for a Muslim who want to debate me about it. But look what Muhammad said. In chapter 34, verse number 44, and we had not given them scriptures which they could study, and we never sent them before you a messenger. But isn't it the Muslim, they say that Ishmael is the father of Muhammad and he is the father of the Arab? How are you, Mr. Zodiac? You are calling me doggy, my friend? Well, I have information for you. According to your Muslims, lineage of Muhammad, the last name of Muhammad is Kilab, which means dogs. Muhammad ibn Qusay ibn Kilab. I can show you the reference. So your last prophet name is dogs, not me. So why you are calling me doggy? And I challenge you to say I'm lying. It's a challenge for you, Zodiac, the one you call me doggy, to say I'm lying, that your prophet last name is dogs. Muhammad ibn Qusay ibn Kilab. What Kilab mean? Dogs. You brought that to yourself. So listen, guys, did you notice what happened? If Muhammad is the first messenger was given to Mecca, even to the Arab, there is no one he came to warn them before. Never. So why they lie to us and they say Abraham was there, Ishmael was there, the wife of Abraham was there, Abraham, he rebuilt the Kaaba with Ishmael. So what do you see how stupid this verse is? Do you see it? Hey, don't call me now because I am not in Skype yet. And you can call me only if you are a Muslim. Are you a Muslim? My Skype is not on. So do you see, guys, the evidence? Will DD, are you a Muslim? Will, are you a Muslim? You are saying you are calling me. Are you a Muslim? No, if you are a Muslim, I will open Skype just for you. Are you a Muslim, Will? Okay, I will open Skype for you. Hold on, give me a second. But remember, don't change our topic because we want to finish this. And I will be happy to hear you. Okay, Will, go call me. Now my Skype is open. My Skype now is open. Call me. All right, we will see. Well, I don't see any call coming from you, so why you are... Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. You are live on air.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Go ahead. Mute YouTube.
Can you hear me?
Mute YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like to say to us? Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm an ex-Muslim, thanks to you.
Oh, okay, well.
I just wanted to come here to say thank you very much to
But why you left Islam, my
help
friend?
me escape this religion.
Why you left Islam? You don't want to get the versions?
No. Thanks to you, I just found out how cruel it was.
Okay, so what is the real reason make you, like, what make you change your mind and decide to leave Islam?
Aisha, of how the Prophet married a 9-year-old.
Okay. And for how long?
Because obviously I've been taught how the Prophet was apparently a very nice guy. He was the cleanest person ever. But then I saw how weird it was that he married a 9-year-old girl.
All right.
And then when I saw the responses saying, oh, it was completely fine, it confused me because it's...
Okay, I'm losing you, my friend. My friend, you can call me back later because I wanna have a Muslim. He's trying to call me, and you can tell us more about why you left Islam. And I will let you know that you can call me after we finish with the Muslim Abdul.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy for you that you left Islam, and I'm able to help you. We have a Muslim. He's saying he wanna debate me. Okay. I'm calling him. He tried to call me, so it didn't work. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead. You are live on air. You are a Muslim, right?
Oh, yeah, it's me.
Okay.
It's me. WLLD Gaming.
Yeah. All right. You are welcome, my friend. What do you like to say to us? What do you think about what we are showing you on the screen?
Actually, I want to talk about other thing, like, okay, you're saying about this thing, like, the Islam is pagan, right?
Yeah, but why you don't know? Okay, we will talk about Islam as pagan. We are coming in the topic. But what do you think about this clear contradiction? Muhammad is saying that Abraham and Ishmael, they came to Mecca, and they are the one actually who built the Kaaba. And the Quran says Allah, he gave Abraham book, and Ishmael is a prophet. Okay. So the verse in front of us, chapter 34, verse number 44 says, nobody came to Mecca before Muhammad. Nobody. He is the first one to warn them, and he is the first one who had a book. So what do you say?
I don't know. Actually, you know what, CP, I just became Muslim just before 1 week, so I'm just learning a lot.
Oh, you became a Muslim 1 week ago?
I just have a lot of doubts in Christianity, actually. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all.
So you became a, what you used to be, my friend?
I was a Christian before, like 1 week. I just became a Muslim just 1 week
before. Do you know anything about the book of Tormek in the Bible?
Torah?
Tormek.
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, there's no such a book. So how you claim to be Christian? A Christian, he will say to me, there's no such a book. Tormek is a food. What Tormek?
So no, I thought like it's in some other language, but I know
okay. What other language? What other language?
Like
okay,
so
you see,
I was thinking like
people they make things up, and okay, I will go with you. So okay, now you became you left the book of Tormek and you became a Muslim. Why you became a Muslim?
Because there's sex in heaven. Like, why do you say there is like no sex in heaven?
Because you are a sexual man. You like sex. You like boom boom, and that make you.
No, it's not like that. I'm not sexual, man. Like, I'm so confused. Like, because in Genesis, God is permitted. Like, sex is not a sin, right? So, why do you say? Why Christianity says like there is no sex in heaven?
You see, sex. Okay, hold on. Are you asking me or you want to talk?
Okay, you can talk.
Okay. Sex exists for a very simple reason. So man and women, they can reproduce. When God, he punished Adam and Eve, he sent them down to earth, and he said to them, you will reproduce. So the sexual joy, actually, God, he gave it to us because a human being, if you don't have a joy from it, he will not do it. It's going to become like a job. You know, he go to work. So sex is an effort you do, and the point of it is sex, which is a joy of sex. However, God's purpose is different from your purpose. God's purpose is he want to provide you family. So it's not the sex the problem. The problem is if we make our life addicted to sex. So if in heaven there is no children, if in heaven you will not have a children, so what this sex is about?
But it's okay to have a sex with a wife for like.
First of all, in Islam, hold on.
Okay.
First of Islam, there's nothing is called having sex with a wife, because Islam allow you to have sex with anyone. You can rent her, and they call it muta. This is not marriage. They lie when they say the word marriage. The Quran says wastamta'tum bihi, the one you enjoyed bihi, which means their vagina. So what is the marriage? Secondly, you can have sex with your slaves. Them, how they can be your wife when you married him? This is a wedding you did not attend. So how they are your wives? So we have a God. He is not promising you that, okay, God, he created Adam and Eve, so okay, you go back, I will make you Adam and Eve again. No. He's saying, I will give you a lot of women, and women you never met. And women, each time you sleep with them, I will make them virgin. This is a sexual God guaranteed. There's no question about that.
No, CP, I'm just saying like sex is not sinful in the eyes of God. It's okay to have a sex like husband and wife in heaven, right? But,
my friend, what wife? What wife? Which wife you are going to go to heaven? He promised you hur, who you will have their bones through their skin. So those are not women you met. You didn't know them. Okay, have you ever heard of a God he never said something about love? There's no love. It's just sex. Women who they are there, all of them, their name is hur. So you say the word hur, the 70 the answer. Hur, yes, we are here. Okay, so who are they, those hur? You don't know them. They are not wives. They are just made for sex. What is the point of them? Sex. What is the point of their existence? Listen. If God, if this God, he care for you to make you happy. Okay, let us say you have a woman, you love her, you want to be with her. Okay, but he did not promise you a woman. He promised you women, a lot of, depend in the ranks you have in the heaven. The lowest ranks is 72 wives and 380,000 little boy, which is absolutely disgusting that you will abuse little children to serve me for eternity just because I'm in heaven. So to make one person happy, you make 80,000 little child slave for eternity, and 72 women at least, my sex slave for eternity. To make me what? To make me happy. Is that fair? Do you like to be do you like to be one of those women in the heaven? Be honest.
No.
Or provide
so
you.
Confusing.
No, hold on. This religion provide you a special privilege, so you like it. But the second I say to you, do you like to be one of those women? You said no. Obviously, this is a disgusting religion. Otherwise, you will not say no. You will say sure. Why not?
My struggle is like, just don't go to like in Islam. Just come to like in Christianity. Why it's wrong to have a sex with wife in heaven? Like,
okay, I will explain to you. This is not about wrong. This is not about wrong. It's about that there is happiness higher than this happiness. First of all, this is the house of God. This is not a pimp house. God is not a pimp. Islam, God is a pimp. When I come to your house, imagine I go to your house and your daughter, your sister, your mom, with my respect to them, I open the door. I say, hey, hello, I want to invite you to my religion. My name is Muhammad and my God is Allah. If you believe in me, I will give you a lot of sex. Aren't you going to kick me out?
No.
You will not kick me out if I say that to your mom?
No, if you told me like that, yeah, of course I will.
Well, this is what he's saying to you. He's saying to you, believe in me, I will give you a lot of sex. And your mother, with my respect to her, she will be a sex toy. Because you just refuse to be one of those women, but your mother is a woman. So you are agreeing that your mother, with my respect to her, don't take me, I'm not trying to insult your family. Your mother now, in this case, is
you just giving example,
a
right?
sex toy. So how do you accept that? You would not accept, you just said no. So how you don't accept it yourself, you accepted your mother? Do you accept your mother to be a sex toy for somebody she never met? And she will be one of hundreds of women he will sleep with her. So she is like a Barbie, those sex toys, they put them in for the sex maniac idiot. So they buy Barbie and they have sex with them. This is exactly what Allah is promising you. He will make your family, with my respect to them, sex toys in the hand of men. And you are going to have the mother of somebody, the sister of somebody, and the hur, which Allah, he just made for you to have sex with. How you can accept such a garbage?
Okay, I think I'm wrong.
Okay, so did you decide to leave Islam, my friend?
I'm so confused. Like even with Trinity, like Muslim people are always asking, like, if God is if Jesus is a God, and if he's like in earth, what who are going to control this whole world, like whole universe? Who is controlling whole universe? Like Trinity is like just confusing my mind. Like,
my friend, let me ask you.
Because Islam says like there is only one God.
Okay, how old are you, if you don't mind to say?
I'm 27.
Okay, 37, you are a grown adult man. How some
No,
foolish,
no,
hold on,
not 37, 27.
27. Well, 27, when I was in your age, my friend, I don't want to say what I was doing, but I was really, no one can play with me. So let me tell you something here. If Jesus is a man who was controlling the world, well, Jesus is still here. Jesus is one of a three person in Christianity. God is one, but he is three person, which means God is always in control. God is a spirit, and that, hold on, let me explain to you. God is a spirit, is more capable of seeing things, knowing things, being everywhere from a person who is a human at the same time. Which means when Jesus was a person as a human with us in this earth, God is still doing his work, for he is in control. For we have the Father in heaven and we have the Holy Spirit everywhere. And that makes sense. In Islam, Allah is not a spirit, but he is a physical being. How somebody is a physical, yeah, he is a physical being, he's a spirit. You can search right now in Google, you will find that anyone believe that Allah is a spirit, he's not a Muslim.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
My friends were saying like it's a spirit, like he even doesn't have a spirit, like Allah.
He is not, nothing, like my friend. Allah is not a spirit and he has no spirit. And I can show you right now, I can go right now to Mr. Google, Prophet Google, peace upon him, and I can show you the Islamic fatwa about that. And actually this is, I think, it wasn't somebody, he was debating me and he sent the scholars to ask for fatwa. Allah is not a spirit. And they got him busted. They said, yeah, he's right. You know, he's debating a Christian. I will put it for you on the screen. I don't know if you can see the screen. I will put it for you on the screen. Here we go. It says he is debating with the Christian and asking, does God have a spirit? The question again. I am debating with the Christian and he said to me that God has a spirit. Does Allah have a spirit? The answer, no. The spirit, read carefully. The spirit, nothing, right? The spirit or soul, my friend, read on the screen. The spirit or a soul is not one of the attributes of Allah. So what kind of God this God is? He's not alive. Because you see, obviously Muhammad did not know what the spirit, when the Arab came to Muhammad and they said to him, what is a spirit? He said, he went to his house and he stayed there for a couple of weeks. And then he come with the answer saying, only Allah knows. Okay. Only Allah knows. I mean, have you ever heard of an answer? So imagine you call me and you supposedly I claim that I know, and then you call me and I say to you, only Allah knows. And, you know, okay.
And CP, I want to know, like, Jesus called him as a prophet in Matthew 13:57. Can you explain me that?
No problem. God is the first prophet. God himself is the first. What prophet mean?
No, Jesus claiming himself as a prophet.
My friend, like I'm asking you what okay, what a prophet mean?
Man from God.
No, prophet is someone who prophesy about the future, which means he tell you what is going to happen in the future. That's what a prophet.
So if we can tell Jesus as a prophet?
Jesus is a prophet, Jesus is a master, Jesus is a rabbi, Jesus is a priest, Jesus is God, Jesus is a man. All of those are titles of Jesus. So Jesus, he prophesy, he's a prophet. Jesus, he tell you the future, he's a prophet. Jesus, he can read your mind, the Quran says he's a prophet. But Jesus, he can do what nobody can do, that he's God. So when the Quran says that Jesus himself is the word of God, which means he exists before he was a man as a word, and the word of God never created. And even the Muslims agree that the Quran never been created. So Jesus never been created, he is God. So when you say Jesus is a prophet, that's not against Christianity, but you have to continue. Jesus is my master, my teacher, my Lord. Who is my teacher? Christ. Does that make him a school teacher? No. Who? But because the first teacher.
Okay, I think I did a mistake.
Yeah.
I did a mistake.
So you agree to leave Islam, my friend?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. At the end of the day, I'm thankful for the Lord that He sent you to me and I took your call today, and I'm happy that you called me. But now I want to be
like I was so confused like for 1 week. Like these people just like 4 or 5 Muslims like saying like they just quoting the scripture like, see, your Jesus is saying like he's a man, he's just praying to God. Like how he can be like a God?
okay.
And,
I will use.
Doesn't make any sense.
Look, hold on.
How can if God like
my friend,
God never said like
but
sex
but if you
sin,
are, but if you are,
he doesn't have sex in heaven like. Something like that. So it made me so confused.
My friend, we just said that we as a Christian, we believe in the Trinity. So it makes sense that the Son is speaking to the Father. That's what the prayer means. The Father. And not only that, Jesus, the Son of God, He is totally obedient to the Father. Not only he prayed to the Father, he is obedient to the Father. This Christianity. So obviously those people, they don't know what Christianity is about, and they are a bunch of fools. In the same time, the Quran says, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Allah and His angels, they are praying on the Prophet. Allah, He pray for who? The Christian, they have a Trinity. So we understand the Son pray to the Father. Okay. Yeah, so Allah, He pray for who? So here you see the hypocrisy. And my friend, they gang against you. Like, don't associate with them unless you are ready for this. They gang. So they flood you and they try to oppress you. And then they force you to leave your belief. So you become a Muslim. It's a tactic they use with everybody. And that's why I say to all Christians, be aware when you send your children in early age, they can hunt them down because you did not teach them. This person here, with my respect to his family, is a victim of his family. They never taught him anything. He don't know even the book of Torah if it exists or not. That means he has zero understanding of Christianity. So you are a person who became in an age, but yet you did not educate yourself, my friend. And when you are ignorant, with my respect to you, I'm not calling names, you are a victim to anyone. Anyone can make you a victim.
What should I do?
Educate yourself. Sit here, listen with us, learn, take notes, enjoy the knowledge, and you will be knowledgeable. Me, myself, I did not learn in one day. I spent all my life reading, studying. Like, do you think I'm born with knowledge? No. Correct?
Yeah.
So this is what you need to do. Don't listen to the fool, otherwise the fool will make you a fool like him. How in the world somebody want to convince me that he have a God, but he promised me an endless penis? I mean, the promise alone is proven to me that his God is a penis God. As simple as that. What kind of God he promised me? Women, I will see the marrow of their bones. I mean, this is alone disgusting. You know, I'm afraid actually.
These people even gave me a name, Amir Khan.
They give you a name as a Muslim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They asked me to say something in the something like, I was confused like for 1 week. I was trying to talk with you. I saw your YouTube, like you're going to be live today, so I just text you like 5 hours before. You can say it. So thankful. So thank you. I'm not going to deceive again. I'm so sorry.
But do you accept? Do you accept?
I just want to ask forgiveness.
Do you accept Christ as your Savior, my friend?
Yeah.
I mean to that. I'm happy for you. Be sure you join the chat. Stay with us. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer you. But promise me, don't listen to people before you investigate what they say, including me. Including me. You have to investigate. Otherwise, there's people. Don't you believe that there's evil people exist? They are, right? Don't you believe that the Satan exists? Yes, Satan exists. So he can use people. He can use really a mouth of people to make you believe. Jesus says, be aware of false teachers. They will come to you in what? In a clothes of a sheep. So the wisdom, it's not my wisdom. The wisdom is my Lord. Read the Bible. It's amazing. Read the Quran, how stupid it is. I will promise you big boobs. Have you ever heard of a God saying to people, I will give you women with big boobs? I mean, what is that? This is the.
I was thinking it's okay because in the eyes of God, sex is okay. So
no. You see, listen, no. Sex is okay, but sex is okay as a side of the marriage. But we are not living for sex. We are not a bunch of horny dogs. We are not. Your wife is a human being. She is not a sex toy. So what do you mean sex is okay? Sex is okay for a purpose. Here he is not promising you that okay, you will have a wife and you enjoy it. No, he's talking just about her boobs. I mean, have you ever heard? Okay, so this is an insult for a human being. This is an insult to me. This is an insult to women, insult to my mother and your mother. How a person, he claimed to be God. He didn't say anything to me about the women. He didn't say how, nothing. He just suddenly he says, and women who have big boobs. Brother, do you like to have big boobs, brother? Sure, brother. I like big boobs, brother. Brother, are they big booby? Yes, brother. Alhamdulillah, brother. I want to take shahada, brother, because I like big boobies. This is God. If this is God, what a pimp from Las Vegas is. Even this is what pimp in Las Vegas they do. When I was in the army, I used to go always to Las Vegas because the airplane, they are the one who reserve for us, and sometimes we have to sleep over as a must in Las Vegas. You go to the bathroom in the hotel, like it's the first floor is casino. So you go in the bathroom, you will find cards in the top, like when you are doing it, you will find a card in front of you so they can get customers. Big boobies. Our women have big boobies. This is the pimp of this is the card of a pimp. Call us.
Fake religious. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay, my
so
friend.
You're saying like Trinity is like God is in one being and three in persons.
My friend, is God is almighty or not? He is, right? So when a Muslim, he says to you how God, he can be one, and yet he is a three. Well, so why we call him almighty? Almighty is a miracle. He can do whatever he wants. So if he cannot be one and three, he cannot be God. You see, when the Quran, as an official stupid book, which is my joke every day, and we laugh at it, the Quran says how Allah can have a girlfriend if you don't, how Allah can have a son if you don't have a girlfriend. So Allah, he cannot be Almighty God, for he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. Okay, we can ask the same question about the God of the Christians. The God of the Christians, he have a son, but do he have a girlfriend? No. Correct?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's Almighty God. But Allah, he himself, he proved to us that he is just a man. This is the talk of a man. Look, this is chapter 6, verse 101. It says, to him is due the primal origin of the heaven and the earth. How can he have a son when he has no concern? Who is the one saying, how can he? Allah saying. Okay. If Allah, he is a question his ability. So what kind of God he is? He is a question his ability. How can he? Well, and here you will see the stupidity. So how the Quran agree that Mary, she have a son, but yet she didn't have a boyfriend? If you cannot have a son, unless
you know what, even they say like Jesus, no, God said to Jesus that he's a begotten son, and they asked me to Google what is mean by begotten. Like I was Googling, like it's making like offspring. They're saying like, so you God had sex with Mary and he got a Jesus, like that.
First of all, you see, this is the stupidity, because no Christian believe in that, and even their Quran, chapter 19, verse number 19 says exactly that Jesus is a holy son. So they are a bunch of an idiot, and they are trying to take advantage of your ignorance, my friend. Let those people who
like begotten, the word begotten, they just catch the word like
no problem, begotten. So okay, hold on. Okay, so what if begotten? This is a translation of that he is exist, but he is not exist from birth of a woman. Because Jesus is exist before his birth. Jesus said, before Abraham I am. So the begotten here is their stupidity, trying to make it like, okay, God, he just got a son. This is not true. Jesus said, I am the Alpha, I am the Omega, which means he exists from the beginning. He is the beginning. Everything was created by him and for him. So we don't have really, when we say, you see, they try to play with the words so they can fool you. The Messiah is the Word of God, and the Word of God is from the beginning exists. If you open the book of John, volume number 1, chapter number 1, verse number 1, it says, in the beginning it was the Word. Okay, and what? And the Word was with God. And who is the Word?
The Word became flesh.
And who is the Word? The Word is God. And then in verse number 14 it says, and the Word became a flesh. So the flesh thing is just about ability of God to humble himself and come to us in this earth as a man. So what Jesus is, the Bible says that the Messiah, the Christ, is the visible image of the invisible God. So when a fool, he don't even understand his Quran, he try to teach you your Bible, that is the top foolishness. I want you to tell those guys who they have big mouth to talk to you, say to them, if you are a brave really, if you know what you are talking about, call this guy.
Yeah, and I also want to know, like, I want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
My friend says, like, hadith, you know, hadith, like, yeah, of course you know that. And he's just cherry picking it. Like I heard like some Muslims, they just don't believe in hadith, but they just believe in the Quran. But this guy here, just cherry picking hadith. Like if I show something about Prophet, like their Prophet Muhammad, he was saying like, no, I can't take this.
Yeah,
just taking some anything, but believing it's negative.
Yeah, anything will make Muhammad look like a fool, they refuse it. Anything will make him look smarter, they accept it. This is their hypocrisy. This is when a person, he followed the devil, he pick up his cherry. You can show me any verse in the Bible, I will say I accept it. This is my book. That's it. It's not about there's no negotiation with somebody. Believe, for this my belief. I believe in the book. So for they are not truthful. They are ashamed of their prophet words. So now they start saying, oh, I don't accept this. Oh, I accept that. As if it is a restaurant and you have a menu. But this is not a restaurant and menu. This is God religion, supposedly. Either you accept what your prophet say, or you don't accept and leave Islam.
Okay, can you talk with my friend like later, maybe tomorrow?
Anytime. You see, this is what I do. I go live on air and I say, okay, people call me, they can call me. All right? Anytime. As long as I am live on air and I say my Skype is open, the same as what happened to you, right?
Yeah.
Sometime I delay it until I finish I want to explain a point. And then it's okay, today, now I open Skype, call me. They can call me. But trust me, they will never do. And I advise you not to associate with them again, for they will try their best to fool you, for you are obviously not educated about the topic. And nothing wrong, by the way. I mean, all of us in certain time, in certain things, in certain way, we are ignorant. As an example, if I write now a letter in English, you will laugh at my English. I am ignorant in English, but doesn't make me bad. And doesn't make you bad too. But it make you bad if you being victim of a fool. That means you are, if a fool can fool you, how fool are you? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So here you need to work in yourself.
If I'm a fool, like, they will fool me too.
Yeah, but I mean, if a fool can fool you, a fool who believe that God, he will give him endless penis, a fool he believe that God will give him women with big boobs, and I'm glad there are not 7 nipples there. And God, he will take us to heaven, brother, and we will spend the day drinking wine and doing boom boom. You call Zakir Naik in heaven now. Taradan, 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 taradan. Get him, Prince. I'm right now having sex. But Zakir Naik, can't you give me 5 minutes? I can't stop. I'm very horny. I'm doing boom boom. I mean, this is heaven. Imagine, this is God. You see, God who gave us all the joy we have, the joy of touch, the joy of seeing, the joy of tasting. Can't he give us more joy higher than sex? Yes, he can. We saw nothing of joy yet. So to make the joy of God about sex and stomach, that is from the devil. Or what we need to do, me and you, we take an airplane and we go to Las Vegas, and you will find a lot of whores, or in the Middle East. They are, in the Middle East, the whore is everywhere. But everybody is claiming that he is God angel. All of them, they pray. All of them, they grow beard. But prostitution is #1 business in the Middle East. Anything else, my friend?
Nothing. Like, I don't want to be Islam anymore. I'm so sorry. Like, I want to ask forgiveness to God. I just want to pray a lot.
Okay. Well, go to your closet.
Like
Go ahead.
like for doubting my own God, like on my Jesus. Like I was thinking like maybe Jesus is not a God. Like I was so confused. If I don't talk with him, maybe they will just make me like a complete Islamist, like a terrorist, even like that.
Exactly.
Because my mind is gone like that. It's so messed up.
Exactly.
I need a Jesus. That's it.
Exactly. Yes, yes. My friend, the one who saved you today is the Messiah, the Lord, not me. I have nothing to do with it. The Lord, He used us. The Lord is wise. The Lord is loving. The Lord, He says, knock at my door and I will open for you. And today you knock at His door, not at my door. And He opened the door for you and He took you back. But I want you to be vigilant. You know, to be smart. I want you to use your brain. Don't take what people say for granted. And I want you to join us every day if you can and listen more and learn more. So not only you can resist temptation of the devil, you can fight him and you can save those Muslims to accept the Messiah.
Thank you so much, CP.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my friend.
Okay.
Anything you want to say to people before you go about your experience?
Yeah.
To Christians,
just
like Christians in your age,
even the Muslim friends, like they will just like bomb you with verses, like they will just confuse you. It happened to me, actually. It so happened to me. I'm just telling you the experience, but I think if I don't have the knowledge in Christianity, I just go by faith. It's better. Just believe in Jesus Christ is a God. Amen. That's it.
My friend,
right,
I want you not only to have faith, I want you to know. Please, the Bible, the Messiah, He said, search the books, read the books. So we are Christians. We are not blindly following things. We are following the truth. He is the light. And the light cannot be hidden. So not only blind faith. No, you need to learn. The Messiah word will guide you, because simply if you just have faith, but you don't have the animation to fight the devil. What is the animation? Is the word of God. So you need to read the Bible. You need to educate yourself. You need to read His words.
No, I'm so weak. That's why I think I got deceived. You know, I'm so weak.
But you are weak.
I said, like, it's better go by faith.
No, you are weak, my friend, because you are dependent in yourself only. You need to learn the Bible. You need to read. You need to educate yourself. So if somebody came in the future again, try to fool you, you will have an answer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If a virus comes to your body, what the body will do? Will say, I have faith. You cannot touch me, or the body will defend. The body will defend. How the body will defend? The body learn about the virus and learn about what this virus trying to do, and then the body will stop that virus, will contain it. How you can do that? You need tools. It's not just saying, okay, I'm a believer. It's not enough, my friend. For still the devil is very powerful. Very powerful. Don't think that the devil is something he cannot play. He can come to you from all doors. You see, devil, in this case today, he came to you from the door of God. He did not say to you, became an atheist. No. He came to you, he says, I have better God for you. Forget about this God. This God is not true. So because you have a good heart, and you want to believe in God, so the devil, he come to you from the door of God. But if you are a person who don't like to believe, the devil, he will come to you from the door of atheism. Or maybe you are a person who worship evil. The Satan, he will come to you and he will say to you, let's worship Satan. So he come to you from the door which is your weakness. Where is the weakness? And this is what virus do. Virus come to attack the body when the body is weak. Otherwise, when the body is strong, virus have no place. So your body is weak because simply your soul is weak, because simply you do not know God very much, and you are just a Christian by belief, but you don't know much about Christ. So you need to educate yourself.
Yeah.
Read the Bible, join us here, and I will be happy to answer you if you have any question in the future.
Yeah, I'm just watching like your I just got your YouTube like 2 days before, like I was watching video, but I have like this question, but because nobody answered, like even I was asking my friends, but they can't explain it, like the Trinity, the thing, and the sex thing, and something like that. About like Jesus, who call him as a prophet, like they don't explain like so clear like you. So
yeah, well,
thank you.
Teaching is a gift, my friend, and God, he gave us all the gift we have. This is not me. The Lord, he used us. The Lord,
actually, I was thinking like I want to challenge you in the Trinity, and I was thinking like I want to challenge you in the sex thing, but When you speak, it's nothing is coming in my mind. Like it makes sense when you talk. Like yeah, that's it.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Yeah. Somebody said in the text, Christian cannot explain the Trinity. This is false. This is absolutely false. Christian can explain the Trinity, and the Trinity explains itself. Why you are saying Christian cannot explain the Trinity? Why you say such a thing? That is a foolish statement. The Trinity explains itself. That God, He is Almighty. And the Almighty, He is what He is, and what He say He is, He is. If God, He says, I am the Alpha, okay, explain to me the Alpha. So now you are saying to me, you cannot explain the Alpha? No, we can. You see, God is using our language, not the language of the alien. God, He spoke to Moses with the tongue of a man. For Moses understand only the language of the man. He's not God. He's not an angel. So God, He speak to you in your tongue so you might understand. So don't say we can't explain it. We can. But we cannot explain how miracle happened, because this is why we call them miracle. For God is miracle. How I can explain to you that Jesus, He made a man see? This cannot be explained. For this is the power of God. So the explanation is very simple. I cannot explain how this process happened. I'm not a, like, it's amazing to be explained. But the power of God is what make it happen. So how we explain a miracle? The power of God. Okay, I got you wrong, Warplast. Sorry. Anyway, so we go back to our topic. I'm happy that this brother here, he called us today, and we got him back from the cult of Islam. And this is a great lesson for all of you, because they will try to deceive your children. This is why what we do here is extremely important. Imagine your son, he is 27 years old, he's not a kid. He goes sit with a bunch of guys who they are Muslims, and they fool him, and he come back say to you, and he is in a growing beard, and tomorrow he will join ISIS. Shame on us. Shame on our churches. Shame on our priests, who spend the day saying nothing in the church, so our children can be deceived and fooled. You go to the church, what the priests do? Today we read for you chapter, etc. Okay, hold on. But this is what you did last week, and this is what you did the week before, and this is what you did the week before. You as a minister in a church, you have a mission, not just to read and repeat. We can read Matthew by ourselves at home. What is the benefit of you as a minister, as a teacher? Nothing. This is why ministers who don't answer questions about daily life problems, he is not doing a ministry to you. He is just a repeater, a recording machine, like a Muslim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. He's just repeating, Silly people. All what they want is just, okay, give us sari, and then we will read for you 2 verses from the Bible in Sunday morning, and then, okay, pray to God. Okay, bye-bye. See you next week. And if you have a wedding, okay, you have to pay me. If you have a funeral, even in your death, you have to pay me. Okay, we have a Muslim, I guess. Hello? 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 You hang up. So we go back to our topic. How many of you took a note about how to prove Muhammad is a false prophet today from what we said until now? Anyone remember what we said? Who remember? We mentioned to you that the Quran in chapter 34 verse number 44 says that there is no messenger, no prophet came before Muhammad to Mecca. And this is total contradiction for other verses in the Quran where it says that there is messengers who came. Let us see, this Muslim is calling, I think. If you are not a Muslim, don't call me. If you are not a Muslim, don't call. Okay, let's see this person here. He said he's trying to call me for a few months. Hello?
Hello, brother CB, how you doing?
I'm fine, my friend. You call me brother. Are you Christian?
Yes, brother.
Okay.
Brother, I'm an ex-Hindu and a former Jehovah's Witness who is now a born-again Christian.
That's wonderful. So you were Hindu and you became the Jehovah's Witnesses and now you are a Christian. That's wonderful.
Yes, brother.
Okay.
And some of your brothers, they know me personally. Brother Osama Dagdog, he knows me personally. Brother Sam Shamoon, he was there in the comment section just a few minutes back. He knows me as well.
All right, that's wonderful, my friend.
And I've studied Islam for almost 7 years, and I've debated countless Muslims face to face.
That's good. Well, I'm happy that you are doing a great work. And what do you like to share with us about your experience?
Brother, my experience would be so long, and almost 2 years back, I shared I shared the link of my testimony with you. Actually, I was invited on Brother Osama Dagdog's radio show, Revealing the Truth About Islam, and I shared my experience which I had after leaving the religion of Hinduism, and when I converted to Jehovah's Witnesses. I was actually, deceived by a few Muslims as well. So I joined Jehovah's Witnesses cult when I came to college, and when I was in school, Muslims, they tried to deceive me when they came to know about my faith in Lord Jesus Christ. So they tried to deceive me very badly, and after receiving so many, insulting remarks from the sides of Muslims, I began to investigate by myself, and I was just researching and reading a lot of stuffs on Islam. I was watching Brother Sam Shamoon, Brother David Wood, and once I watched you almost maybe 7 to 8 years back, I watched you for the very first time on YouTube, and my experience would be so long if I
it's okay. Maybe
I was invited on.
Maybe some other time we can give you the microphone to speak for long you like. But today, as long as you are saying you are debating Muslims, how this debate is going? I mean, are you able to bring some of them to Christ, or just trying your best?
Yes, brother. I'm just trying my best, because most of the time what happened is, from my own personal experience, if we just trying to get them in, if I continue to argue them before even listening to them, and it would be, it's going to turn into a very bad shouting match. So, over the years, I've changed my approach while dealing with Muslims. You have to be very patient, you have to be very humble. But the problem is that, most of the time, the more you treat Muslims with respect, the more they try to humiliate and insult you. That's been my own personal experience. And even when I listen to you debating Muslim, I must say you have very much patience, brother, which I don't have. Seriously, you have so much tolerance which I don't have, because the way they throw insulting remarks on us. You, as an example, if you take that guy Muhammad Hijab from Speaker's Corner, that stupid, that idiot, I would say. Before he debated David Wood, I contacted him in December 2017. And later on, I contacted you as well. The very first video you made on exposing Muhammad Hijab, it was me, two years back, who sent that video to you.
Okay.
But it's a very long time, so you're not gonna remember me. And just few months back, you were showing some. You made a video in which you shared the pagan rituals of Hajj has some links with the rituals of Hinduism. So there were some missing links in that which I have found, and I have shared some of that with Brother Al-Fadi as well, and he agreed with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shared some of the what exactly it was, I didn't remember. But let me just directly get into that. You know, brother, we have the exact same rituals of Hindu pilgrimage which Muslims have in Hajj. As an example, when Muslims, they go to Hajj, what they do, they have that black stone, and we have that black stone which is known as Shivlinga. It's almost the same. And they take 7 rounds, we take 7 rounds. They shave their heads, we shave our heads. What they do, they take holy water which is known as Zamzam. We take holy water which is known as Ganga water. So there is a very shocking similarity between the rituals of Hinduism and
what the water called in the Hindu?
Ganga Jal.
Ganjal, Gannajal.
Ganga Jal.
Ganga Jal. Okay, Ganga Jal. What Ganga Jal mean?
Ganga Jal means is the holy water of river Ganga.
Wonderful. Okay.
Which is considered sacred to us, not me, sorry, to Hindus. I'm not a Hindu. I'm a Christian.
Yeah. You know what, my friend? As long as you have a good knowledge about the Hindu, and now we can compare between Hinduism and Islam. And, maybe we'll make a special time. For your listeners and for maybe we'll make a special time.
Can I speak?
Maybe we can make a special time. We invite you. And you can maybe prepare yourself and get us some reference so we can show on the screen what we are talking about to prove what you are saying.
Yeah. Right. Even I can, I can prove that with a hadith because just a small example, if you allow me, because maybe you were talking about some important things, so you don't have that much time, I think.
No problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, as you can notice, and as each and every one of us knows, that Muhammad, he plagiarized the Jews and the Christians and pagan Sabians, and later on what he did, each and every one of them whom he plagiarized, he attacked them and he declared war against them, because each and everybody knew that this guy, he's plagiarizing us and he's trying to twist the fundamental beliefs of our faith. And many times Muhammad, he was mocked by the Jews, he was mocked by the Christians, he was mocked by the pagans. And later on, what he did, he declared war against them. Am I correct here?
Yes.
You know, you agree with me. So at that time, you know, in that pagan region of Arabia, there were at that time we had that Yazidi community in the Arabian Peninsula, near Iraq and Saudi Arabia, the Yazidi community. In fact, those Yazidis, they are the ancient Hindus of the Middle East, and we have research material available on them. And Muhammad, when he plagiarized all those rituals into Hajj, later on, he came up with a hadith which talks about the invasion of India, and he himself mentioned India. There was a hadith in maybe it was a hadith of Sunan and Nasai. You please open sunnah.com for me. Can you please open sunnah.com?
No problem. Just tell me what this, and I will get the hadith.
Open sunnah.com.
Don't worry. Just tell me. Okay, just say what do you want to say. Don't worry about the hadith now. Tell me what you want to say about this hadith.
In that particular hadith, Muhammad himself said that he has freed 2 groups from the hellfire. The one group which will invade India, and the another one which will do holy war with Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus Christ. So India and Jesus both mentioned in that same hadith. So as you can notice that, Muhammad, he had nothing to do with Indians. He had nothing to do with, because he knew that all of these paganism is coming from India. So that later on nobody could suspect him from where he's getting all this. So he came up with this hadith, and you can check by yourself. You can open sunnah.com and please type the word India.
I have it already on the screen. I have it already on the screen. I'm just listening to you. We have the hadith on the screen already.
Yeah. So brother, your knowledge is hadith is much more better and stronger than mine. So what's your views on that?
We mentioned before, I mentioned before that obviously the Arab religion, and actually I believe the Arab themselves, they are Indian. If you go and if you go in the map, actually how far it is the shore of Saudi Arabia or Oman from India, not far. It's just a few hours by water, right? Just a few hours by water.
Hardly 3 hours. Hardly 2 to 3 hours.
See?
Maximum.
So if you look right now, actually I can right now open Google, and you look at the pictures of those who live in Arabia, you will see, like if you go to Qatar.
Actually, I cannot look at your screen. I'm
no
talking
problem.
to you through phone. So.
People, they can see later. You can see it yourself. You will see that they look exactly as somebody coming from Pakistan or from India. As simple as that.
Yeah.
So
even if you could look my profile picture, even I look like them.
Exactly.
So people have said to me.
Yeah, exactly. So you will see right away. Look, if we show you, this is, guys, this is the father of the Prince of Qatar, and I will show you the Prince of Qatar himself, the one he is a prince now. Isn't he from India? You tell me how he look like for you. Isn't he 100% Indian? This is his son. This is the one who is a prince right now. This is his son. He's Indian, just with Arabian clothes. Their hair, their eyes.
He look like Indian, if you notice. Al-Fadi.
Exactly. In Saudi, they look really very much like Indian. But anyway, my friend, I'm happy to have you. Maybe some other time we can have you again, and you can share with us more information. We have to finish the topic we started today. Thank you very much for calling.
By the way, I can send you the audio link of my testimony of that radio show which I had with Brother Osama, if you don't mind. You can listen to it.
No problem. Thank you very much.
I mentioned you, Brother Sam Shamoon. I mentioned each and every one of you specifically in that.
You do not need to mention me, my friend. Just mention the Lord. He is the one who saved you, no one else. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Praise God.
All right. Sorry, I hung up on you before you finished. Anyway. We go back to our topic. The Quran simply is a great way to expose Muhammad lies. This man, he cannot maintain two lies to fit together. So Muhammad, he was the first messenger, the first message, the first book, the first scriptures being given to the Arab, but yet they say to us that Ishmael have a book, Abraham have a book, and Ishmael and Abraham, both of them, they were in Arabia. They are not people who never went there. They are people who were in, not only they were in Arabia, actually, they are the one who did build the Kaaba. They are the one who built the Kaaba. So how you say such a thing? Stupid. And the Quran confirmed that Abraham, who was in the Kaaba, he have scriptures. So Muhammad cannot be the first to the Kaaba. Now, until now, we did not really speak about the structure of Islam. Okay, the Muslim, they claim that they are following Abraham. I'm going to get off Skype because people texting me for no reason. So we can finish this, otherwise we'll keep being disturbed. So what we learn from this, that the structure of the book is stupid, full of contradiction, made to make it fit with the claim of Muhammad, but yet Muhammad, he could not make it smart to fit with his own lies. When you see a person saying things which contradict what he just said few hours ago or a few days ago, obviously his lies are not matching up. Same time, when a Muslim, he says to us that Allah is the one who built a Kaaba. Okay, do you worship the Kaaba? They say no. Okay, are you pagan? No, we are not. But do you kiss the black stone? They say yes. If you remember, once I posted a video chatting to a Muslim website. They tried to convert people to Islam. I said to them, why the Prophet, he kissed the black stone? He said, because it's holy. I said, why it is holy? He said, because he kissed it. Because what? Because he kissed it. Those who claim that they are Abrahamic, what kissing stones have to do with Abraham? Not only he kissed stones, he taught Muslims that touching the stones and kissing them, two corners in the Kaaba, can erase your sin. How touching stones can erase a sin of a human being? That is a pure paganism. It was narrated by Abdullah ibn Ubayd, blah blah blah. He said, I said to him, why do I only see you touching these two corners? Which corners? The Yemeni corner, which have stones coming from the temple of Mecca, the temple of Yemen, the temple of the moon god, and the black stone. Why I see you only touching those two corners? He said, I heard the messenger of Allah saying, touching them erases sin. If this is not paganism, what is this? But Islam speak about Abraham too. So what is that? Islam is satanic. I want you to, because we have to put the dots together so we can get an idea what Islam is. Islam is satanic. How we knew? The Quran will help us. If we go in the Quran, the Quran gives us definition of Satan. What Satan he want? Read carefully. Chapter 5, verse number 91. Satan want only to excite enmity and hatred between you. Do you see it? And then he add alcohol and drink and gambling. Okay, hold on. The same chapter, this is chapter 5, verse number 91. The same chapter, saying exactly the same Allah he want. Allah will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians, chapter 5, verse number 14. Let us open it. He just said that the one who like to spread hatred between you is Satan. Who said that? Allah. Okay. But chapter 5 verse 14 says, so we planned among them enmity and hatred until the day of resurrection. Do you see it? The Quran gives us definition of what Satan he want. That will make us define who's Satan. Satan is the one who spread the hatred and enmity. But this is Allah. Allah and Satan is one. Satan he want to spread enmity between you. And we showed you the reference. So is Allah. The same chapter, not different chapter. Chapter 5, verse number 91. Shaitan, he wants to excite enmity and hatred between you. The same chapter saying, Allah, he planted among them enmity and hatred until the day of resurrection. So who is more evil than Allah? Nobody. Who is more Satan than Satan? Nobody. Both Allah and Satan, they have one fruit. What Jesus said, the Messiah, our Lord, our Savior, from their fruits you shall know them. From their fruits you shall know them. This is the fruit of Allah. He want to spread hatred and enmity. You know, ask yourself, okay, Allah, he spread hatred between the Christians. What that benefit Allah? Is that will make us better? Is that will save us? No. For Allah is the deceiver. Allah in the Quran, in many places, he said clearly that he is the deceiver. This is why my book is called Deception of Allah. Chapter 9, verse number 37, one of the most hilarious verses in the Quran. Allah guide not people who disbelieve. Have you ever heard of a stupidity more than this is stupidity? So if Allah guide not those who disbelieve, Allah will guide who? The one who believe? It's like saying doctor will not give medicine for the one who is sick, only to the one who is healthy. That's stupid. But the healthy do not need the medicine. Allah guide not those who disbelieve. Okay, so how those people believe later? If Allah did not guide them, who guide them? Satan. Who guide anyone to believe in Muhammad? Satan. Because Allah guide not anyone who disbelieve. So who is going to do the job of guidance? Satan. So what we learn from this? Satan is Allah. Islam is a pagan cult. Islam using Abraham to deceive us. So the devil, he come to you in the form you like, which means, what do you like? You're a person of God. You don't want to do prostitution, gambling, party. Okay, he will come to you from the door of God. He will come to you with Jehovah's Witnesses. He will come to you with Muhammad. He will come to you in any way. This is why you see Jehovah's Witnesses, they never go to a Muslim house, because they are lost. Why they want to misguide somebody is misguided already. They target only Christians. Black stone, Kaaba, around the stone, bowing in front of the stone, kissing a stone, stone forgive our sin, touching the stone will erase our sin. But Abraham never taught that we should kiss stones. And what is that? And not only that, the founder of Islam, as supposedly Muhammad, who mixed many religions together, Hindu, the black stone, which is the private part of the women, the Kaaba, which is more than 26, 27 Kaaba was exist in the Arabian Peninsula, the moon god, which he took the stones from it, from the temple of Al-Makkah. Even the word Makkah, which is like, you know, you are sucking water supposedly from the ground, which is like a very thirsty land. But the word the Mecca originally coming from the temple of Makkah. So the Mecca today is a counterfeit of the city or the temple of Al-Makkah. Al-Makkah, you can go right now and search it in Google. You will find that this is the temple of the moon god. And this is what Muhammad was saying, that if you touch those two stones, they erase your sin. Why? Because those stones are coming from the temple of the moon god Al-Makkah. This is the biggest temple. So instead of going all the way to the temple of Al-Makkah, what about we build a temple here from the stones of Al-Makkah and we make it Kaaba? This is what we were doing. Kaaba mean a cube. Additional nail in the coffin of Muhammad religion. If we go and search a little bit in Google, you will find the Kaaba built in the worst location in Mecca. How we can confirm that? Take a look. Do you see the flood? The dirty, disgusting water, the sewage water? This is the Kaaba. And this is what was happening to the Kaaba for centuries until the American engineers, they were able to save the Kaaba from the flood every year by spending hundreds of millions of dollars. It was not Allah who changed the direction of the flood. So if Allah is God and this is his house and he is the one who chose the location, and the Muslim, they have video about the golden ratio of the Kaaba, it exists in the center of the earth, which is funny to say so, because there's thousands and thousands of cities in the world, they fit exactly with the golden ratio, and we cannot say they are the center of the earth. You eat it because the earth is flat. But this is the Kaaba flooded by the sewage. How can God be God, yet he chose the most stupid location for his house, holy house, to be flooded by the poo-poo? Can't Allah use his finger to raise the location of the Kaaba from the ground? He can if he is God. He can just say, go up 10 meters only. If you go up 10 meters, that's it, you are safe. No, he cannot. And this is additional proof from our Lord that Islam is false. And by the way, until now, the Kaaba keep flooding. The Mecca, all of it is flooded. You can go right now and search in YouTube and you will see how the flood ate the city. Even though this is a desert, by the way. This is a desert and they don't have a sewage. You see in Saudi Arabia, most of the city in Saudi Arabia, because there's no rivers, there's no system to connect the sewage to, they have septic tank. And for those who do not know what septic tank is, it's just a hole in the ground. So when heavy rain happen in this desert, and too much rain come in this certain amount, and they go in the valley, they make what is called the flash flood. Flash flood. You can search it in YouTube. Where like even the rain sometimes is not even happening here. The rain maybe happened 20 miles away, 30 miles away. So all the rain coming from the hills, from the mountains, and flush to the valley. And whatever is in the way will take it off. So when the flood come, all the sewage water which is in those holes will be released, because now the water is connected. That's it. All the poo go up. The poo will fly, will swim in the top of the water, and all of it will go to the Kaaba. How this can be the location which Allah He choose, as they claim. So what we learn from this, Islam is not monotheistic, because monotheist saying that you worship God. Muslim, they worship two. They worship Allah and Muhammad. How we can prove it? You see, the Quran says Muhammad is just a messenger, but the fact, a Muslim, he have to obey Muhammad more than Allah. The fact is, if you curse Muhammad, you will die as a guarantee, no forgiveness. But if you curse Allah, they'll give you 3 days to repent. So who's more important? Muhammad. Allah, He says something in the Quran. Muhammad, He says something in the Hadith. The Muslim, they stop following the Quran, they follow Muhammad Hadith. Why? Because Muhammad is God. So the outside appearance is Islam is a monotheistic religion, but even monotheistic can be about Satan. I'm sure many of you heard that there is people who worship Satan. Literally. They believe he is God. And they are monotheistic too, because simply they worship one God, his name is Satan. They don't worship two. So even if you claim that you worship one God, that won't make any difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. The question, who are they? Who is the one who first built the Kaaba? According to Muslims, it was the angels. Allah, He sent the angels, and they built the Kaaba 40 years before He sent Adam. And then He sent Adam to Sri Lanka. An additional proof that Islam connected to Hinduism. Why Adam was sent to India? Adam himself, the first man, according to Islam, is an Indian guy. Which I find very hilarious, because how Adam was able to come all the way from Sri Lanka, which is an island in the sea, all the way to Mecca. And how Adam found Mecca. A bunch of legends and stories. Muhammad, he mixed them up together and he make the cult of Islam. The funny is, some Muslims, they say that Allah, He sent Adam to Mecca and Eve to Yemen. Okay, how they met? How they met again? He sent her a text in WhatsApp. Hey, what's up? How they met? Who in the world wanna believe such a garbage? Hey, brother, where you met your wife? I met my wife in Snapchat. Okay. Hey, brother, where you met your wife? In Facebook. Okay. Adam, where you met your wife? Any Muslim have an idea? How in the world anyone can believe in such a madness? Let us see here. Give me a second. I hope you guys are enjoying our today. I'm going to go to the map actually, and it is Sri Lanka. All right, guys, this is where Adam, let us put it on the screen. This is where Adam landed by the parachute on Sri Lanka, maybe in Colombo. Actually, they have even the name of the mount, the Muslims. All right. So Adam, he landed here, but if you look carefully, Sri Lanka is not really connected by land. This is not a land. This is water. How Adam was able to go from Sri Lanka all the way to India? He was able to make a boat himself, first man on earth. And then Adam, after he crossed the sea, how he will find his direction to Mecca? Look how far Mecca is. So he have to cross all the way India. Let us zoom out. This is how the trip of Adam according to Muhammadan is. So Adam, he was landed here, he crossed the sea swimming, then he went all the way like this, he crossed India, Pakistan today, he go to maybe Afghanistan, Iran, and then he go to Iraq, and then he go back to Saudi Arabia, to Syria, cross Jordan, cross all the way to Saudi Arabia, and bingo, come to Mecca. What a journey. And not only that, after Adam he finished his Hajj, which is 40,000 angels were waiting for him, and he did 40 Hajj. I mean, look at number, stuck with number 40, Muhammad, that's it. Adam, after he finished Hajj to Mecca, he went back again to Sri Lanka, brother. I mean, he is homesick. He cannot go. He left his radio there. He left his cell phone there. So Adam, he did Hajj 40 times around the trip between Mecca and Sri Lanka. That is the origin of Islam. This is where Islam is coming from. The heart of the Hindus believe. By the way, I did not tell you about what happened to me in the other day. Brother, because now we have coronavirus, brother. Okay, and this is by the way, this is a true story. This is a true story, okay? I mean, why people will not believe my story and they believe in the story of Muhammad? Okay, so what happened, brother? Brother, you will take my story into consideration. Brother, I was in China, brother. And then the virus hit me, brother. So I said to myself, brother, I'm not going to stay in China, brother. I'm going to go far away. So, brother, I did walk in this direction, brother. Let me draw it for you, so you can understand the idea, brother. So, brother, this is China, brother. And, brother, I decide to walk. I have Nike shoes, brother. And they are very strong, alhamdulillah. So, brother, I decided to go all the way from China, and then I went to Laos, and then I went to Thailand, and I ate Thai food, by the way. They are very beautiful, very tasty. And then, by the way, I took the wrong exit in the highway. I took Vietnam. All of this walking, brother, because I'm wearing Nike, brother. And then I went to Colombia. And then, brother, from Colombia, I said to myself, let me go to Malaysia. So I took here, this, I'm very good in road, brother. I'm very good. And then I went to Malaysia, and then, brother, I went to Singapore. In Singapore, I told them, what is Singapore? Oh, what I see here is poor. What happened? But this was a prophecy, brother, that in the future, Singapore and poor, they will meet, and that will make it rich. At that time, they called poor. So the name was not like this, brother. When I went there, it was only there's no Singa. It was only poor. After that, brother, Singa, he joined poor and they became a company and they became rich. And now Singapore is a very rich company, brother. All right. Then, brother, I said to myself, okay, the virus corona is coming. Where I'm going to go, brother? So I decide, brother, to cross the sea, which is very easy. Because I have Nike, I told you. And Nike, they are shoes, you can shoes on them. You know? So, brother, when I took the potato hummus with me, here, I was here, brother. I said to myself, let me walk to America. It's a very short distance. So I decided to walk from Singapore, cross the ocean, and I was riding the Hoot. Anyone remember the Hoot? The Hoot Noon. The one which Moses he have with him, and then he drank from the fountain of life, and he came alive again. You remember the story, brother? True story. So I used the Hoot, which is a whale. And then the whale, brother, he took me all the way. And by the way, we don't like this Hoot is crazy. I'm going to tell you a story. This Hoot is really crazy. He's zigzag, zigzag. I said, why you are doing zigzag? He said, maybe the American, they will shoot at us. He said, why they will shoot at us? He said, look like you look like a terrorist. You know, they will think you are maybe from Al-Qaeda or something. So he was very smart, because I look at the Middle Eastern, brother, and the American, they will think I'm a terrorist. So he was like, Lili. And then sometime he go back to deceive them in satellite, because he knew the satellite. So we go back, we go in circle, and then we go back there, and then we go here, we go around Sri Lanka, and because we don't want them to know we are going to America. And then we went to America, all the way to America, and in the border they stop us. They said that Trump, there is a guy, his name is Trump. You cannot get in. I said, but I'm an Arab. They said, get lost. I said, you cannot say that to an Arab. He said, get lost. So I took the Hood again, brother, and I have no choice now. So I have to, this is a true story, by the way. I mean, if Muhammad's story is believable, why you Muslims not believing this story? Sri Lanka, the guy, he landed in Sri Lanka. What's wrong with you? If Muhammad's story is acceptable for you, why my story is not accepted? It is true. And Muhammad have no witnesses, I have no witnesses. How come he can have no witnesses? Muhammad, he went to the seven heavens in the top of a flying mule, he have no witnesses. What do you say, you? What say you, Muhammadan? So what we discover today, that obviously Islam is nothing but a pagan cult. And even, you know, if you go and look at the black stone, which the Muslims, they are kissing, do you know that the black stone does not exist no more? There's no black stone. What black stone? You have little tiny little rocks left of the black stone. They have a left over. Let me show you. Hold on. Give me a second. And this is additional proof that Islam is false, because the Muslim, Muhammad, he said that Allah, he sent the black stone down from heaven. Okay, how come Allah could not preserve the black stone? There's tons of videos in YouTube about doing maintenance to the black stone. Doing what? Maintenance. I'm serious. You see, they are doing maintenance. The guy he bring with the burning gun, the one you do waxing with it, to connect things, to glue things together, and simply they add wax to the black stone. For it's not a black stone, it's just a stone of wax, and there's only few rocks left. Let me show you more. So This is a stone which Allah He sent, but Allah cannot preserve His stone, so we need to wax it. Because why? Because there's only little tiny stones left. Look at the waxing. Do you see the waxing? They do it every few days. Where is the stones? How many stones we have in the black stone? Nothing. Guys, do you see in the screen? Is it clear for you how many little tiny rocks there? There's no stones. The original shape is a vagina, but it's gone. There's nothing. There's only a few tiny rocks. If you are watching on your phone, be sure you make the screen big so you can see with me. Let me try to zoom in. Do you see it? Where is the stones? The brown thing you see is a wax. This brown thing is wax. They call it the black stone, but it's not the black because this is the brown wax. And those are the little tiny rocks left. Additional proof that Allah is false, because if Allah is in the black stone, as Muhammad claimed, it was white like milk, and then the sin of mankind made it black. Why Allah did not preserve the stone? So now we have little tiny rocks, and we are gluing them together. Teredin, 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 teredin. Christian Prince, I told you don't call me. But I have a question. I cannot resist. I know the question, and I know the answer. Okay, what is the question? No, first, I will tell you the answer. So you will tell me the answer without telling me the question? Okay, no problem. What is the answer? First of all, you are a liar. This is the answer for what? For the question. What is the question? I'm not going to tell you the question. So what is the answer? You are a liar. But what I said, I mean, why you are saying you are a liar? This is an answer for what? Christian Prince, I am telling you the answer. You are a liar. Okay, but you said you know the question I'm going to ask you. What is the question? Christian Prince, I'm not going to tell you the question. I'm going to tell you the answer. You are a liar. Okay, brother. Don't call me brother. Okay, Allah is God. You are a liar. But Allah said Allah is God. You said I am a liar. Christian Prince, I know you are being sarcastic and you can't fool me. My name is Zakir Naik and I'm very famous. Okay, so I'm being sarcastic. How do you know that? Because simply you are a Christian Prince. Okay. You get a point there, brother. Exactly. And I did all them. Sister, brother, you get a point. Zakir Naik, why we have only few little dots left in the wax in the black stone? Well, what happened to the black stone? It's very simple. If every Muslim of us, he go to the black stone and he kiss it and he lick it, what do you think will happen? So you think the stone is destroyed because few Muslims, you are licking it and kissing it? Okay, but isn't it this is a stone sent by Allah, so you will do that? Exactly. So why Allah did not preserve the stone? Don't you know that after kissing and licking, the stone will demolish? Allah, He is all knowable and He knows best. Okay, well, how come He do not know that the stone is gone? And maybe in 30, 40 years from now, there's nothing left of the stone, so you will be kissing what? I don't care. I'm going to kiss it even if there's nothing. Okay, but I'm not really convinced with the answer. Christian Prince, the Quran said that the Christian and the Jew, they will not convince unless you follow their religion. Okay. I mean, you get a point there. We will not be satisfied unless you follow our religion. He said the Christian and the Jews. Exactly. But you cannot convert to be a Jew. So this is a stupid mistake in the Quran. I don't care. Zakir, just one more question. I know the answer. Okay, what is the answer? You are a liar. You are a liar, and you are a liar, and you are a liar. Hello? Hello? Zakir? Did you hang up, Zakir? Zakuku? Zuzu? Zakir Naik here. Hang up, sorry guys. We are trying to find an answer for this stone thing. So Allah, He sent the stone, and the stone is from Allah, and the stone of Allah became little tiny pieces, and now we have to glue it with wax. I'm truly convinced that Islam is not a pagan, satanic cult. I'm really convinced. And if you kill a human, Allah will give you a lot of women. And He will make your private part, brother, very powerful. Obviously, Allah is not the devil. No way. I mean, if Allah the devil, there's no way He will promise us such a nice, peaceful promise. If we go and do jihad and kill some people, Allah will make our penis never go limp. I mean, imagine after all this promise, then you go to heaven and then your private part is not working. No way. Allah, He think about everything. Let us see the hadith. Oh boy. Obviously, when you see this, you will be convinced that Muhammad must be a prophet. And anything, by the way, is embarrassing for Muhammad, the Muslim, they try to reject it. But this is their books. Muhammad says, I swear by Allah, no one will be admitted to paradise, but Allah will marry him to 72 wives from the Houris and 70 from the inheritance of people of hellfire. A Muslim, he made a video to refute me in this. He says, where it says, because I said those are women from hell because they are supposed to prostitute. Inheritance from what? People of hell. Okay, why those people of hell are coming to heaven now? Who are they? They are women. What is the special description of those people coming from here? They are females. And what they are? Whom will have a desirable front passages, beautiful breast and beautiful private part. And the Muslim, he says, it doesn't say that, CP. Okay, hold on. It says in the front of you. What is the qualification of those women? He said, well, the wife of the Pharaoh is mentioned in the Quran. No. First of all, that's a stupid story. What wife of Pharaoh? Here, women who they are going to go to hell, they will be given to heaven. Why? They have a job. What is their job? Sex. And what is their qualification? Did he say they have degrees? They speak languages? They are kind? They are nice? No. He speak about their vagina and their boobs. And then right away, your prophet continues saying, and the man, he will have a male member that will never be flaccid. He will never have a flat penis. Imagine you are driving in the highway with the 70 versions and doing boom boom, and then your penis like, no way. Allah, he think about it. So Allah will not let your penis go soft, brother. Alhamdulillah. Obviously, Muhammad is not a sex maniac. He is not a pagan. He is not a Satan. He is not a bad teacher. This is good teaching all the way. Unbelievable. My friend, Satan and Muhammad is one. Satan, he come to us in many forms, many ways, many names. But he is Satan. The Bible says, who is the one? Who is the Antichrist? Who is the Antichrist? The Bible says, the one who denied that Christ the Messiah is the Son of God and denied the Son and the Father. And Muhammad denied both. He denied something called Father, and he denies something called Son. So even the Bible, your book, gave a clear definition, says Muhammad is an Antichrist. So he is not the Antichrist, by the way. He is Antichrist. Anyone who denies the Father, the Son is Antichrist. So if you have a priest, he is a fraud. And he will say to you that Muhammad is Abrahamic, he is a fraud. If he say to you that Islam is not Antichrist, he is a fraud. If he say to you that if you say Islam is Antichrist is wrong, he is a fraud. For the Bible is so clear. The one who denied the Son, the one who denied the Father, is an Antichrist. You like it, you don't like it, who cares? It's not up to you, it's not up to me. Be aware of false priests who they are politically correct, trying to say to you Islam is Abrahamic. It is not, it is satanic. A God who promised me a lot of women for sex for killing a human being, he cannot be God. A God who promotes sexual relationship with the children cannot be God. A God who promotes that even in heaven I will have little children who will be going around me white like pearls and they will be serving me for eternity. Child abuse in heaven. That cannot be from God. And whoever accepts children to be serving him, 80,000 child at least for every Muslim. This is for the lowest person. Whoever accepts such a thing is sick. What kind of God? He says to me, I am going to abuse little boys and make them your servant slaves for eternity. And the Quran says they will never bleed. Bleed from what? And those boys, as usual, they are very white, for this is a supremacist cult, believe that white man is supreme. This is why Muhammad make it clear, no black man will enter heaven. Allah will make all Muslims white, all non-Muslims black. All women sex toys there will be white, and not only white, they will be white to the point you can see through their bones. And all the boys who they will be there serving you, they are not only white, they are like pearls. You can see through their skin. Extreme white. If this is not satanic cult, what is satanic cult? The day where Allah will make faces black and faces white. You go read the interpretation. The Muslim, they try to fool you, says, oh, it doesn't mean that. No. If you go to chapter of An-Naml, verse number 82. You will see there is a beast will come from the ground. That's that chapter. You know, I'm getting old. I'm forgetting numbers. Man. النمل. Come on. The beast is called a Jassasa, who is going to come from the ground. This website stopped working again. Okay, it is open Ibn Kathir. Hold on, different website. It is a hard job we do here, you know, putting all this information together, trying to make you understand. And I hope people, they learn, they download the videos, they share together. Chapter 27, verse number 82, I think. Yeah, I'm losing my memory. Mean. Chapter 27, verse number 82. It says that Allah will send a beast from the ground, and this is a good beast who will speak for Allah. And this beast will have the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon, and he will hit this beast the face of every Muslim, and he will make him pure white. And he will hit the face of every non-Muslim, and he will make him pure black. Read carefully. It will bring out with it the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. There will be no believer left without making a white spot in his face, which will spread until his face is shining white as a result. And there will be no disbeliever without making a black spot in his face, which will spread, and all his face will turn black as a result. Satanic, ugly, racist cult. If this is not satanic, what is satanic? Black people, they are equal to us. I'm not black. But if you think because you are white, you are better than a black, you are being officially stupid. This is the teaching of paganism, of supreme supremacist white cult religion called Islam, where no black person is allowed to enter heaven, for Allah will make, because Islam considers black as a curse. Actually, there's a hadith very clear. Muhammad, he said that Allah, he created the black from the left shoulder of Adam, and he said to them, go to hell, and I don't care. If somebody have, if the admin have the link, post it for us so people can see. He created the black, according to Muhammad, from the left shoulder of Adam, and he said to them, I created you from the left shoulder of Adam, and like a circle ant, and you go to hell, and I don't care. And I create you from the right shoulder of Adam as white ants, and you go to heaven, and I don't care. And the admin is posting for you the link if you care to read it. How this can be from God? Your link is not working, Phil. I don't know why. Maybe you can post for him, just post the hadith in text. I cannot open it too. For some reason, the website is not working with me. Oh, now it's working. Hold on. Finally. Let me wait on the screen. Guys, read this. Read this ugly, devilish prophet. Allah Messenger, Allah pray on him and salute him, not peace on him, said, Allah created Adam when he had to create him, and he struck his right shoulder, and there emitted from it white offspring as if they were ants. This is how Allah explained how he created the white people. From the right shoulder of Adam. Right shoulder mean right people. Left shoulder mean evil. Your right hand in religious meaning is what? The good hand. Left hand is the evil hand. So the white are created, according to the filthy Muhammad, from the right shoulder of Adam. And then he struck the shoulder of Adam. Which one? The left shoulder. And from there he created the black offspring, as if they were circle. And then he said to them, who they are emitted from the right shoulder, the white people, go to paradise, and I don't mind. And for those who they are created from the left shoulder, which means the black people, go to hell, and I don't mind. If this is not satanic, what is satanic? How many today of you will download this video before we take it down? You know, YouTube, they hate me, for I share things nobody share, and I say things nobody dare to say. I hope many of you will download the video, share it in your channel, save it in your computer, teach your children, educate yourself. We have endless reference each time we go on live on air, but my friend, those endless reference will one day will disappear. Christian Prince will die. You like it, you don't. I will. And I will be happy to go. But I will be happy more if the teaching we learned, if the knowledge we shared to save people from this cult will not be demolished. And that is your duty. The Messiah, he said, let the dead bury the dead. What does that mean? All of us, we will die. But always there's a new generation will carry. I do my part. Are you doing yours? The Lord one day will ask you, after you learn this, what you did. You heard today just how a poor Christian who they made him convert to Islam, he came back to Jesus. But you can do the same. If all us we stay watching and nobody want to do the work, one person working and the rest what? There's millions, my friend, hundreds of millions need our help. So let us be truly people of Christ. We are sinners, we commit sin, I commit sin, I am not an angel. But even with our faith, as Paul he said, for we cannot compare ourselves to the holiness of God, we can serve him. Our servants or service is a great proof that we really believe in him. The Lord, he said, that from their fruits you shall know them. If you have no fruit, nobody will remember you, starting from the Lord himself. My sheep, they knew me. They recognize me, and I know them. How you know them? From their fruits. So time will come, and the Lord will ask you what you did. You lived for, I gave you life for 80 years, 70 years, 60 years, what you did. You will say to him, I bought cars, iPhone. Good luck with that. I leave you with the peace of the Lord. I pray to the Lord to keep you safe from this evil virus. And I hope that we will not bring more evil penalty to our life. For a human being is really misleaded. He thought he is God. He thought in control of this earth. He thought God is not needed no more. And then little tiny virus show human being that he is a fool. His science is not science. His doctors are not doctors. And he will die. Little tiny virus. So what if it is something bigger, something very, very tough, can kill in a few hours? What will happen to this earth? Little tiny virus expose all those who call themselves believe in science, scaring the hell of them. If a virus can scare you, what next will happen? Imagine if tomorrow, God forbid, we have 5 viruses which are way more aggressive than this. At least this one, not everybody have it, will die. But there is viruses will come. Time will come and you will see. Viruses will come and they will kill in a few hours. A human being need to be repent. He need to remember that he cannot stand in this earth alone, forgetting his creator, forgetting where he's coming from. You came from dust and to dust to go. And if you don't believe it, the dust is my witness. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord protect you, give you, reward you, provide you, for He is our provider, He is our protector, and there is no name above His name. His name is Christ the Messiah. He is the Alpha, He is the Omega, He is the truth. He is the visible image of the invisible God. That is my Lord. Who is yours? Thank you, and God bless you, and see you soon again. Bye-bye. Before I finish, sorry. Don't forget, please, to subscribe to our other channel, because on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, today is Friday actually, we should go, and we will go in the Quality of Life, which is other account where we go live there during the weekend. So if you don't see me in the weekend here, I will be in this account. Maybe the admin, he can post for you a link so you can join us. Please subscribe there, join us, so you can, if you like what we do. But there we don't talk about Islam. There we take a break from garbage, and we speak about good things, good life, good equality. Good, as our Lord is good, we enjoy His good. So join us in the Quality of Life, and I will be happy to have you all with us every weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually we go there, and you will see when I go live on air in that channel. Thank you, God bless you, and see you again. Bye-bye.